ratio, whereas that's not the only thing that matters, right? If you're getting 100 times the median worker, which is less than 1/8, that might seem to be an improvement, but if it's 100 times insensitive to performance, then that's a bad thing. So what matters is that you could just focus on the dimensions which might be easiest for the representatives to understand, to negotiate, and not look at some of the other dimensions. And I'd also argue that CEOs often have incentives to engage in some restraint or some improvement in working conditions, even without any regulation. So the Grant Thornton CEO, so she's just chosen to cap her pay to 20 times salary, and my work on employee well-being shows that treating employees better, as I mentioned, leads to outperformance of 2 to 3% per year over a 28-year period. So to actually pay your workers more fairly, this does show up in the long-run stock price. So CEOs already have incentives to do that, even in the absence of worker representation.
Very good. Peter.
I'm going to duck the question on the senior magistrate review, because I don't know enough about it. On your question about worker representation on boards, I'm a little bit wary about what this would actually mean in practice, because you couldn't put worker representatives on the remuneration committees, which are a committee of the board, without requiring them to be on the board. And actually, if you actually required worker representatives to be on the board, you would actually be changing the nature of the unitary board, and that might have some broad consequences for governance. And it might actually drive the decision-making into a different place, which was outside the reach of the board, as appears to happen in a lot of German companies. So I think there are some quite big issues. It seems like a very simple answer, but I think the unintended consequences might be much, much greater and more far-reaching than you're suggesting. That said, I would recall that the governance code says, as far as I remember, that the board should take account of paying conditions elsewhere in the company, and I do think that's very important. So boards must do that conscientiously, and I don't think you need union representatives on the board to do that.
Peter, thank you. I hope you feel we've had a really good debate this morning around the issue. Lots there. In order to thank our speakers, can I introduce the Chief Executive of the IPE, Philippa Vosser, back just to wrap us up. Philippa.
Thank you very much. Lovely. Well, thank you very much indeed, Ian. And I would certainly echo that what a rich debate we've heard this morning to start off our Wednesday, having, for me personally and for others in the room, I think started with Peter's dulcet tones on the radio for today. It falls to me really just to say thank you, and I don't want to hold you up because we do like to finish our events on time, but a very special thank you, Ian, to you and Cicero for hosting what is actually our first public event of our 30th anniversary year, so we're very excited to be here, and thank you very much indeed for that. There'll be more for those of you who know as well about the 30th coming out in the course of this year. But I'd also particularly like to thank Alex. Thank you for provoking the debate, and the home team, obviously Peter as our author and Joanna, as Peter has already thanked, but our very able publishing editor. But I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy reading Fair and or Unfair, and I think I would hope actually what we're trying to do with this publication is actually start or engage and push on the debate. So perhaps next year, if we are here again next year, we will actually be debating something else, because there may have been some changes in the consequence of today. So thank you very much indeed, all of you, for coming. Do enjoy reading. We love your feedback. We always like to get that. And enjoy the rest of the day. So thank you again. Thank you.